Hi there. I am really excited for what I have to show you right now in the system video. And I have teamed up with, my name is Chad Wyatt. I've teamed up with a guy named Mike Healy. And Mike and I had never met before this opportunity. In fact, I signed up to be on his team without ever talking to him. And that was because he had a system in place where he was doing some very sophisticated things and got people educated. And when this came about, he had a goal of signing up a couple hundred people in 90 days, and he's already halfway done in the first month. So, and that's because he's a systems guy. I am also a systems guy, but I don't have as much experience with MLM as Mike does, nor as much success, although I do have some with my wife. But I contacted him, we started talking, and we just got really excited about the possibilities. And so you may have heard the phrase before, it's not what works, it's what duplicates, and that is key in network marketing. Now, I've been doing online marketing and systems and programming for 20 years now. And in fact, my first project online, I launched in 1999, so last millennium. And when I did, I wanted to build a mailing list. And the way I did it was through referral marketing, where people could refer others onto the mailing list. And when I did that, I generated a mailing list of 20,000 subscribers in just 3 weeks. It grew beyond that, but it slowed down, but I can't remember how big it got, and I let it go. I really didn't know what I was doing. And I started making my first affiliate sales way back then. In fact, they had to cut a paper check to me and mail it so I could get paid. But that was back in 1999. And so I understand the power of making something simple and easy for others to use. But let's take a look at what I believe are some of the most common MLM pitfalls when it comes to someone building a business. And the first one, and probably one of the most important strengths or skills, I should say, in network marketing is inviting. And all that is inviting someone to look at your opportunity. If you don't get this right, you are done. It's not going anywhere. So if you can't find a way to get people to look at what you have, then how are you going to ever recruit anyone? It's not going to happen. So I've also found that if you got good at inviting, if you could just get someone to look at it, usually you would have a good chance of them joining you. It's even better if they saw how you invited them and would think, well, I could do that as well. Now, calling people on the phone is a tricky thing to do. And I've tried that, and I've had some success at it, but it is not fun. And it really is hard to duplicate. So that's a common hurdle for a lot of people. Now, the other thing, or a very big pitfall I see with social media like Facebook, et cetera, is people that are doing this wrong, which is going public. They start posting on their Facebook wall or their feed that I'm part of this new business, and click here to buy some, this or that, or here's me using the product and it's so amazing and all this stuff. And not to say that those products aren't amazing or great, but I tell you, as soon as you do that, you just have alerted everyone that sees you on Facebook to stay away because you're going to try to sell them something or get them to join your opportunity. So that is something that is also a big no-no in my book anyway. At least there's a right and wrong way to do it. So there's a lot of training on social media these days, how to do it, and how to present yourself, how to have success with network marketing on social media. There are two primary ways that I've seen that people are teaching. One is build a following. Building a following on social media is actually, I think, very difficult. There's probably some great training, and if you follow it, you could probably do it. But in my case, it's not my thing. I just don't really want to do it that way. I'm very private when it comes to Facebook. I hardly ever post anything on social media. I get tagged in things. My wife posts some things, but I rarely post anything. And it's just not something I think about or care to do. So it doesn't really fit what I like to do. So in my opinion, building a following on Facebook or social media is not really a duplicatable process. Now, it can be duplicated, yes. To what level? I think it's a very low level. I think it's a hard process, and if you're going to depend on that to build your business, well, it'll work for you if you get really good at it, but what about the rest of your team? So that's where I get hung up on a lot of these things, is that if I can do it, that's one thing, but if others can't do it, or they have trouble doing it or whatever, then that's a no-go for me. Same thing with online ads. Online ads are amazing. You can do so much with online ads. It is a lot more duplicatable, I think, than building a following on social media through just posting a bunch of stuff. However, There's a lot to it. There's a lot you need to learn, and it is overwhelming for some people. I've been doing it a long time now, and I know how to do it. I'm a techie, I'm a programmer, I get it. But for most people, this is not a duplicatable process. So now getting more into the system that I have, that Mike and I have teamed up on, we're working together. It is a Facebook Messenger based process. Now, it is one of the pieces, but it's kind of the hub of everything. There are currently over 1.3 billion people on Facebook Messenger, so the market is huge. You probably have it, whether you use it or not. You probably have it on your phone, or you can get it. It's free. It's a free app. And even if you don't have it, you can still send people messages in Messenger because it pops right up in Facebook when they're on their desktop or whatever. So it works on your desktop, works on your mobile, and it allows us to do some things that remove all the hurdles I talked about previously. And one of the biggest, best things about it is our system that we've set up is you can duplicate it in about 60 seconds. Actually, it's less than 60 seconds. All you have to do after you grab your username from iBoomerang is you come back into the Messenger bot, and there's a menu option to set up your account. And all you do is enter your username, and you are all set. And there might be another setting or two you need to add or is optional, but if you enter your username, you do that, and then you invite friends, and that's it. So, all right, I'm joking a little bit there. You do want to follow up. You do want to do some things, but it's really about that simple, the process. And again, because it's based in Messenger, everything is managed in a way when people enter Messenger, and whenever a message goes out that links out to the iboomerang.com site, it will automatically have your link embedded, so that when someone is ready to sign up and our marketing goes to work, they will automatically, because you referred them, it will know that you referred them, and it will make sure that they go to your sign up page and not someone else's. So you can rest assured that when you refer someone into the system, that they are connected to you. And it uses like your name throughout. So when someone is going through the presentation, they're seeing your name, reminding them that, yeah, this was something that so and so was doing, and it's just another way to connect with them. They also see their name, like you've probably already experienced, seeing your name in the messages. Now, one of the other things that we have going is that's great with Messenger is re-engagement. We use a sophisticated process to tag people as they go through the messages and look at things, and we know basically when to follow up with who and when, so that they see the right message at the right time. And as you probably have heard many times, the average person needs about 7 exposures before they ever make a buying decision. And with Messenger, they have it pretty much instantly, but it will re-engage them multiple times over time, so that they don't forget about it, and they are familiar with it. It feels familiar. It feels like they have all the information. They get all the information they need to make a decision very quickly. That also happens through what's called retargeting, and you've experienced retargeting whenever you've gone to, say, Amazon, looked at a product, and then the next thing you know, you're seeing that product everywhere you go. The ads are following you, and that's called retargeting. And that is also part of our system, to where as people enter the presentation, they are now part of that retargeting campaign, based on their answers, so that they will see the right ads at the right time, based on the information they have. All right, so I believe this is the most effective marketing funnel, as we call it, marketing process, marketing system that has ever been created for network marketing. And what makes it so effective is that it's also the most duplicatable process that there is. So if you are on Facebook and you can invite a few friends periodically, whether it's daily or every so often when you have time, you send out a few invitations, and they the ones that respond to it and enter into the presentation, well, now the system takes over. So if you have, whether you have 50 Facebook friends or 1,000, it really doesn't matter, because you can always add new friends. It's a very easy process to do. Facebook suggests friends all the time based on who you're currently connected to. So you can always be growing your friends list and developing. There's some things that could be learned in that process, but really, if you can connect with them personally and then send them an invitation to find out more, then this system will be amazingly effective for you. So what we have here, in my opinion, is a convergence of several things that give us probably the greatest opportunity, I'd say, in history, to where the average person can succeed. We have an amazing company with amazing leadership, a product that saves the customer money just for them using it. You get paid when they save money. And then when you add our system to it, a lot of things have lined up in a perfect way The hurdles have all been removed so that you have your best chance at really succeeding, and for those numbers to work. You've all seen, if you've looked at MLM, you've seen that, if 3 people get 3 people, then that becomes 9, and then that becomes 27, and so on until it multiplies. We know that is an illustration, and that never actually happens. But this, I believe, gets you as close as possible, your best possible chance, because even if everyone recruited a couple extra people and that average went from 3 to 5 or 7, that would absolutely explode your organization and your commissions. So if you look at the technology we have at our fingertips today, we can do things today that we couldn't do even 3 years ago, because the Messenger platform, the API, when I say API, that's programmer lingo for application programming interface, so that I can control. I created a way to control Facebook Messenger because Facebook allowed that 3 years ago. So it took some time to develop a lot of these things, and we use a platform to help us, and some custom programming to make all this stuff come together. And this is all brand new. This is just hot off the assembly line, or whatever you want to say. It's all fresh and amazing. So now, as I look at all the other options that are out there, think about in my own personal journey, I've owned a business, I've had jobs. And owning a business was very difficult in that I was doing all the work. I had trouble expanding beyond myself, and I was doing the programming, I was doing the sales and the marketing, I was doing the customer service and support, tech support, all this stuff, and it got to beyond what I could control, beyond what I could manage, and basically it fizzled out. And so I ended up going back and getting a job again, or getting full-time contracts doing development work. And so really, network marketing, I've always believed, is probably one of the best opportunities out there. The problem has always been, if you watched my other video, all the other things that get in the way, all the awkwardness, all the things that stop people from succeeding. And I believe we've eliminated all those things. And so we've boiled it down to where if you cannot do this, then MLM is, really stick with the job and just be steady at that, and do your best for retirement. And a lot of people do that, and that is fine. But for me, I can't imagine. Trading time for money is only going to get me so far in life, and it's not near far enough. So this opportunity, and I believe network marketing and technology like this, is what will make a difference in a lot of people's lives. So my last question for you is, will you do this with us? We hope that you join us, but there are plenty of people. It's a big world, and it's a lot of huge opportunity right now. The company is barely over a month old. At the time of this recording, it's not even 2 months old, about a month and a half, maybe a month and a week or something like that, and is already making waves in the industry because of the changes and turning this industry upside down, because we are the only ones that I know of that can say we make money when our customers save money. Right? Okay. So it can't get much better than that. So if that doesn't do it for you, then, if you're doing another company, we're not trying to poach anyone. We're not trying to get you to leave your company. We're saying if you're looking for something to add to increase your income, then I believe this is something you should consider. And we hope to see you in the Facebook group or on the page. Look, there's tons of videos for you to check out, and so you can easily make a decision. So thanks for watching, and hope to connect with you soon.